Hello everyone, Taylorson here, and the time has finally come. The 2026 Tour de France starts today, and I am hyped. I've edited the stats of every rider and ensured that the start list for the real-life tour is correct, and we're going to play one stage of the Tour de France each day for the next 3 weeks alongside the real-life race. But which team will we play with? I didn't want to play with UAE or Visma, but I wanted a good team, so I landed on Lidl Trek. Here's the squad that they're taking to the tour. We'll be sprinting with Mads Pedersen. He's got 79 sprint and 76 acceleration, but crazy secondaries. And we're hoping for a podium in the GC with Juan Ayuso. His mountain stat is lower than Paul Seixas, but I am up for a challenge, and that challenge begins with a 19-kilometer team time trial around Barcelona, but with only individual times mattering, it's the job of Juan Ayuso to beat his rivals.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Grand Départ of the 2026 Tour de France. For the first time since 1971, the riders will start with a team time trial. A highly specialised and unusual discipline, which will be even more spectacular to watch given the beautiful backdrop of the Catalan capital, Barcelona.
We're off then for Lidl Trek's 2026 Tour de France, and with the team we have, I think we can win this team time trial. The plan is to use up domestiques like Verona and Simmons and then set Ayuso free at the foot of the final climb for him to do his own pace. In reality, that probably won't happen because I immediately pressed the wrong button to peel off the pace line literal seconds into the run. The only team time trial I've done on this year's game has been with Uno X at the Dauphiné, and it was pretty bad, so I'm not promising a lot, but nothing has gone too badly wrong so far. There's been a little bit of a mix-up in the pace line that has forced the likes of Schoens and Pedersen to come a little bit further forward, but I'm not too worried about that as of yet. We just need to keep Ayuso's red. Coming towards the first time check then, and the team have stayed together fairly well so far. I've got no idea whether that's the meta because I've not done a test run of this stage, but Ineos lead at 11 minutes 38, UAE Team Emirates on 11:42, and we've crossed the line 10 seconds ahead of UAE and 6 seconds ahead of Ineos for first place provisionally at the first checkpoint. The Lidl Trek team have done everything I wanted them to do so far, and now we hit the foot of the first climb and Juan Ayuso is ready to go. He's got Mads Pedersen with him, and actually, thinking about it, I might as well use Pedersen on this flat section over the top, so I'm going to pace at a slow enough tempo to keep him there over the top of the climb so we can then use Pedersen now on the flat section to pull Ayuso along and give him one last slingshot into the final climb. Down this descent then, and we are trying to rail this as best as possible. Final kilometre, we will hand over to Ayuso round this corner, and away we go. Up the hill, distancing Pedersen, and on our way to try and take the stage win. We're going to come across the line. I've got no idea what the time is. We will have to find out when we see the podium, but I'm confident. And for once, my confidence pays off. Juan Ayuso is going to win the stage. He receives the trophy and the flowers on the podium, and that means the yellow jersey is his, and also the white jersey. So I'm very proud of my performance. Job done for Ayuso then, 9 seconds clear of Pogacar in the general classification and 29 ahead of Evenepoel. Arensman, O'Connor and Lipovitz are nearly 40 seconds behind already. Vingegaard is at 40 seconds with G and Del Toro. Seixas doesn't even have bad TT stats, but is a minute and 13 behind. Wow, with the likes of Hindley and Lenny Martinez ahead of the Frenchman. He's got work to do, and he might just gain some time back in tomorrow's video. We stay in Barcelona but have a hill stage ahead of us. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and stay safe, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.